We played this song. It's such a corny birthday song, too. But happy birthday to Noodles. There he is, the birthday boy himself.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody who reached out, especially online and stuff. Doogie, it was not necessary for the Overdrive account to put it out there. And you know what? Rightfully so. There was a lot of people that were writing back saying asinine, just the word asinine.
Yeah.
Because isn't that my clip?
That's your thing. Adults with birthdays is asinine.
How
Yes.
old are you today, Noodles?
I'm almost mid-50. I'm 54. Man, oh man,
Wow.
I'm feeling it.
I like that, man. I like that. On the right side of 50, right? Closer to 50 than 60. That's good. That's a positive sign.
It's a big number, though.
It's a big number. It's a big number.
Like, listen, I get it. Like, I remember turning 40, and I was actually with some buddies over the weekend, and my buddy was like, I remember when you were so rattled when you were turning 30. Because we had a party at my house in St. Albert years ago. I was still playing. And I was like, man, I'm turning 30. Like,
Right.
What is going on here? And now we're, almost mid-50s. But it is what it is. You're trucking along and seeing what you can do. But listen, it's not like we have anything to talk about today. Like, that's the crazy part.
And by the way, we apologize about Friday. We all wanted to work. Doogie and our boss decided a day of rest was best.
That is true.
That was
I will
Doogie's
blame it on-
decision,
I'll
personally.
blame it on
Doogie and our
Doogie.
boss said, you guys look a little fatigued. Take
Yeah.
the day to yourselves.
You're right.
It was maybe
right.
not the best idea.
Yeah, I know.
But
We
man,
fought.
can we catch up and make up for it today? Because we got lots to get into.
Well, and I'm fully anticipating more news between now and 7 o'clock.
Absolutely.
Like, that's
it
the
might go
beauty.
haywire here.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Like, just prior to us coming on, if you're just tuning in, Aaron Ekblad signed an 8-year deal with Florida, 8-year extension at $6.1 million, which means he took a discount on what he had been making for the last, I believe, 6 years, where he was making 7.5. But I have an appreciation for that because
Me too, man.
he's not. Listen, we always hear this through the grapevine, or even players off the record. Wow, the PA's not going to be happy. The PA's going to want you to go out there and it's your life.
Yeah.
That's all he knows is Florida. They've won 2 cups in a row. He wants to stay. All of his buddies are staying. He's like, fine, what's it going to take? I don't think this is a state tax thing with Ekblad. This is a lifestyle choice where he doesn't want to
100%.
leave. And Zito's like, we're happy to keep you, but we just don't have the money to give to you. Like, we can't give you 8 or 9 million. It's just not going to work for us.
He's setting up his life. He's
Yes,
in a great
exactly.
situation. He loves living in Florida, and he doesn't have to worry about thinking, oh, later in life, like, where am I going to spend my winter? Like, he is going to be living in Florida.
He's
That's
a
where
Florida
the guy-
man. He's officially
he is a Florida man. It's a great place to live. They have a great team. They're probably going to be great for the next 4 to 5 years. And it's like, why not just finish up? And we've talked about it a lot over the years, guys. If a guy's... And by the way, I don't ever fault a guy for saying, you know what, I want to try to cash in and maximize the most dollars I can somewhere else. If somebody wants to do that, it's not like you're an idiot. It's not like you're selfish. They always say it is a business. But he said to himself, I'm not really in a position where I need to, like, quote unquote, cash in. I like it here. I can make great money. I can play here the next 6 years, 8 years, whatever it is, and it's going to be great for my life. I totally respect the decision. But if he said, I'm going to market and I want to make 9 or 10, I would have thought that was
you can have
cool
it both
too.
ways. And there are players that are going to do that tomorrow that are not going to accept, I'm sure, what is on the table with their respective team, even if it's a team they like or a city they like.
Yes.
But they just know that there's more money out there because there is going to be money. Like, what I have noticed over the last few days is a lot of teams are just keeping their guys or trying their best to keep their own guys. And
God, they love their own guys.
they love their own guys, which means there's not, like, the free agent list is not going to be nearly as deep. Yet there's still a lot of teams out there that don't like their guys and want to spend. Which means if you're Nick Ehlers, if you're Brock Besser, I think if you're Brad Marchand. Now, maybe Marchand looks at this and says the same thing that Ekblad said. He doesn't have nearly as much of an intimate relationship with Florida, clearly. But maybe he's like, this is where I want to retire the rest of my life. And I can get a 4 or 5 year deal. They'll stretch it out. I can get the pot of gold that I'm looking for. I can win, and everything's good. That might happen between now and tomorrow at noon. I wouldn't be surprised. But he also may say, I want to get that bag, and now I can really get that bag, because if you get to free agency tomorrow and it's Marchand and Ehlers and Besser, and Marner. I mean, Marner's different, but it sounds like that's Vegas, and we'll get to that momentarily. But if it's the three of them, and they're basically saying, you show me the money, they're going to get a lot of money. Like the three of those guys are going to get paid.
Think about the names you just said to promote tomorrow. Marchand, obviously a big name. Ehlers and Besser.
But at least they played on Canadian teams,
Dude,
and the whole country knows
man.
who they are. Like, I get it. I understand that. And Marner's big. But Marner might be a sign and trade between now and midnight tonight.
Yeah. Man, there's just some weird rumors about that Marner situation where it's like, and I don't know the reports. I don't dive too deep into them, but oh yeah, they might make this deal. Then the next tweet is, oh, there's tampering. They want to screw that. It kind of goes back and forth where it's like they want to trade for this guy. This guy might be coming to Toronto. Then the next one is, they're going to try to screw these guys, and this has been going on for a long time. It's weird, the contrasting tweets between the Marner, Toronto, Vegas connection.
I've got to be honest. You can't tell me that tomorrow at noon will be the first time that Mitch Marner knows that Las Vegas would be interested in him.
Oh, my
right?
God.
We all know that, right? Like, they're just, but there is a layer of respect. There is a layer, how do you define tampering? Again, that is is it his friend's brother's uncle or the agent's friend, had a conversation or whatever. If there is proof, flat out proof of tampering, then yes, you have to look at it. But I think the league is small. Everybody talks to each other. There's all sorts of, Darren Ferris doesn't just represent Mitch Marner. He represents a lot of high-profile players. There's conversations. Vegas has players out there. So, it would be interesting to see if they're looking at tampering, then, the level of it or what was going on. But ultimately, we'll see. If there's a trade or sign and trade, then they're looking at. But I think a sign and trade is only 8 years, isn't it? Unless it's
Jamie,
just
it's an 8-year deal. Yeah, exactly.
What everybody asks me at the grocery store or the golf course is, if he's like all hot and heavy for Vegas now, like, wasn't there a deal in place for Vegas like last year or something?
Well, so these are the reports. Again, these are all just reports, but the belief was that the Leafs were pushing for Shea Theodore, and Vegas wasn't interested in that naturally. And if you're Vegas, you're looking at it saying, why would I give up Theodore for Marner when I can wait a year and get him as a free agent?
Exactly.
But this is where, I don't see how you're going to find a smoking gun in tampering. Like, unless Brad Treliving is going mission impossible here and was tapping phones, or the league was tapping phones, or, I don't know. I mean, maybe the league can ask for the phones of McCrimmon and everyone in Vegas. They're not getting the agents. They're not getting the players. The players are like, we're not doing that. So I don't know how you could ever figure this out. And again, I think Leaf fans, anyone pretending as if this hasn't happened everywhere else, it has. Like, it's not just Mitch Marner.